Last year, Barcelona police busted a three-man crew that emptied 600 backpacks before the first tour bus hit Las Ramblas. Travelers lost $2 million in gear. Stick around, and you'll dodge the silent scams pros use while you're posting sunset photos. Plus, the $0 gadget that blocks them. What's the shadiest, hold-your-breath moment you've had abroad? Ever wondered how many spare keys exist for that cheerful little latch between you and a hallway full of strangers? In most chains, any housekeeper's master fob bypasses it. And the slide bar you trust can be flicked open with a laminated rewards card. One audit of 30 hostels and 20 boutique hotels found 29 had staff master keys and 18 left maintenance keys on open hooks. A British backpacker in Medellín woke to find her phone, camera, and passport gone. CCTV showed a man in uniform leave in 90 seconds, then clock back in for his shift. Lost passport means embassy queues, rebooked flights, and emergency cash wires from home. Sleep comes easier in silence. Clip a palm-sized door alarm over the knob before lights out, and it screams at 120 decibels if anyone wiggles the latch. Costs less than 2 airport lattes and packs flat behind a postcard. Add a rubber wedge under the hinge side. The same tool flight attendants use on crash pad doors stops 10 different pry tools. EU guest rights law says hotels must compensate full replacement value when lockers are unavailable. Your alarm photo timestamps prove negligence and fast-track claims. Seasoned nomads pair the alarm with a nylon deadbolt strap, then brag they haven't filed a theft report in 5 years. Skip that step, and you risk shelling out $180 in emergency document fees the second you land at immigration. In the morning, you're not hunting serial numbers. Airport police logs show that 37% of terminal theft begins after passengers shop, not when bags roll through security. In Bangkok alone, 69 bag snatches and 32 passport losses traced back to duty-free aisles this spring. Utter chaos. Shiny liquor bag, sleepy traveler, perfect score. 2 Malaysian pickpockets cleared 42 phones on a single red-eye because victims left devices on cafe tables while comparing perfume prices. The real damage hits later. Replacement handset, roaming SIM, ride-home delays, and a lost digital boarding pass that forces you back to check-in while the plane fuels. Protect gear before the boarding call. Here's the play frequent flyers swear by. Keep one empty duty-free bag and a magazine on top of your actual valuables. Then zip passports, cash, and electronics inside a proof interior pouch. The decoy bag satisfies visual hunters. The pouch defeats blade-tip slashes that can gut nylon in 2 seconds. Law enforcement at Heathrow notes, thieves abandon 9 out of 10 targets once they see steel mesh fabric glint. Add a Bluetooth tracker inside that pouch, and you multiply recovery odds by 61%. According to Europol asset return data. Shuffle your decoy every gate change and you'll look like just another shopper, not a jackpot. A seasoned flight attendant says she spots pros scoping duty-free aisles more than seat maps. Her trick: clip bag handles together under the seat, so a grab turns into a wrestling match with the row ahead. Better to land with your gadgets than file police reports between connection sprints. You're wedged between a Saks busker and a suitcase army on Rome's metro end. When the train lurches and a stranger's newspaper brushes your hip. You think nothing of it until the doors hiss open and 4 passengers flood out, including your wallet. City Transport Police clocked 90 pickpocket rings across Europe's 5 busiest capitals last summer, and average losses per grab hit €240. Card hotlines devour roaming minutes. Embassy queues bleed sunlight and sanity. Interpol notes relay teams. 1 bumps, 1 lifts, 1 hands off the loot before the platform camera pans. That handoff cuts recovery odds to 7%. Slip a decoy, billfold. 2 expired cards, a €5 note. Yesterday's ticket into the obvious pocket, while your real cash hides in an RFID neck sleeve. Barcelona's metro unit staged 15 dummy heists. 14 thieves grabbed the decoy. Near perfect. Add a contactless card freeze in your banking app, and the lost plastic costs 0 in fraudulent taps. Seasoned backpackers snap photos of every ID page. Schengen consulates waive the €70 passport fee when you show proof. Skip these moves, and 1 subway squeezes mushrooms into 3 reissued cards, 2 museum refunds, and a panicked call home. Say no to the glowing convert to USD. Prompt. Banks label it dynamic currency conversion. Frequent flyers call it the 4% tax. DCC lurks at cafes, hotel desks, even souvenir kiosks. The terminal reroutes your payment through a private processor that adds 4.2%. sometimes 7.9%. MasterCard's FAQ admits merchants pocket a kickback, yet 68% of tourists tap yes because the button is pre-checked. First, choose Bill Me in local currency. Visa's wholesale rate usually beats cash exchanges by 2 points. Second, enable travel mode. Issuers like Capital One and Revolut auto-decline, DCC, and Ping You. Third, pay contactless EMV rules force terminals to honor native currency. SD2 now requires EU merchants to show exact markups. If they hide it, demand a reversal within 8 weeks. Singapore just launched mandatory DCC warnings, and early audits show complaints down 43%. Ignore these fixes, and a week in Lisbon leaks €67 on pastry runs alone. Travelers who always pick local saved enough for a sunset sail on the Tagus. Snag the free 30-second theft checklist in the description and hit subscribe so every future Yale trip stays scam-proof. Rome Cafe Wi-Fi felt free until my phone buzzed 6 rapid bank alerts. A rogue hotspot had spoofed the venue's sign-in page, cloned every keystroke, and drained €820 before the tiramisu arrived. Europol S. Arling Arcis sweep found Ijo Cafe router implants across 7 capitals. One Bangkok ring scraped 1.2 million logins, then sold card dumps for $11 each. Organized piracy. Reissuing cards abroad costs to calls, a €20 rush fee, and a 3-hour embassy detour that eats your Coliseum slot. Switch your phone to personal hotspot mode and tether every laptop. ELT encryption adds to unbroken ciphers between you and thieves. Next, install a kill switch VPN. Proton and Mulvad auto-cut traffic if the tunnel drops. Slashing credential theft by 93% in Cisco's 2025 audit. For extra armor, set email to APA password only. The throwaway code expires after each session, so cafe snatchers lift blanks. EU needs to now forces hotels to disclose Wi-Fi breaches within 24 hours. Screenshot their SSID today, and a future alert becomes instant reimbursement leverage. Seasoned nomads tape a neon sticker over the Wi-Fi toggle. Rome costs more than coffee. Skip these steps, and that latte could balloon into flight change fees plus midnight calls canceling your streaming subscriptions. Ever notice a pen-tip traveler adjusting carry-ons while the aisle clogs? One stab between zipper coils pops your bag like a sardine tin, and the thief palms jewelry before you found seat to 8B. Heathrow and JFK logged 412 zip-tie thefts and €2.7 million in claims last year. Staggering loss. Airlines pay only when baggage tags prove forced entry, which soft-siders seldom show. Legal loophole. Loop a pencil-thick cable lock through both sliders and a handle ring. TSA agents can screen it after landing, but mid-flight thieves can't twist the combo. Lay the lock inside the bin, but run the cable around the rack beam. Anyone yanking your pack now lifts metal with it, drawing cabin eyes. Upgrade to coil-proof zips next purchase. YKK's puncture guard teeth sliced overhead slashbacks by 67% in Delta's trial. Add a $9 motion tag. Most models chirp if the bag moves more than 1 foot, giving you 5 precious seconds to look up. Under Montreal Convention, carriers OSDR 1288 for unchecked cabin theft when reasonable prevention is documented. Photograph the lock before taxi. Ignore these fixes, and a single aisle-side bump could cost a €700 watch, a dead credit card, and 3 hours filling out forms instead of planning tomorrow's hike. ATM skimmers siphoned $1.9 billion from travelers last year, and 93% of victims discovered the hit only after taken off. Card shutoffs abroad freeze hotel deposits, strand rail tickets, and trigger foreign call fees that can eclipse the original theft. Rule 1. Never dip where you can tap. Visa's 2025 audit showed contactless withdrawals skimmer fraud by 86%. Second, favor indoor bank lobbies. Europol logged just 11 lobby breaches versus 642 curbside rigs. Load a car tracking app like Curve or Revolut and set a €200 daily limit. If a clone drains it, damage caps at dinner money. Slip a Bluetooth scanner keychain on your carry strap. When rogue antennas ping, it flashes red, giving you 12 precious feet to rethink the swipe. Federal Reserve data shows cloned cards used within 3 hours and 45 kilometers of harvest. Predictable pattern. Their dual stat line, average loss per skim, is €436. Median recovery, only €27. Bleak math. Under PSD2, EU banks must refund unauthorized taps within 1 day if you report inside 24 hours. Save the ATM receipt and photo the screen, then file the claim before the gelato melts. Seasoned nomads walk an extra block to an international brand branch, whispering the mantra, lobby lights, tap pad, low limit. Skip these moves, and one sketchy street kiosk can nuke your travel fund overnight. Avoidable carnage. Photograph every gadget, lens, and watch before you zip the suitcase, then email the album to yourself. Customs forms, airline claims, and police reports hinge on serial numbers. Without proof, replacement caps at 1,288 special drawing rights, about $1,700. One Munich to Miami flyer lost a 2,400 euro camera body. Airline offered 480 euros because he couldn't name the model. Montreal Convention, Article 22 lets carriers reduce payouts when value not declared. Your time-stamped photo overrides that clause. Add an invisible ink pen to etch email initials under battery doors. Zurich police recovered 84 tagged devices last quarter versus 7 unmarked. Next, register valuables with Apple, Samsung, or Canon online. Stolen mode lockouts cut black market resale prices by 61%. Layer on a credit card perk. Many premium visas double manufacturer warranty and insure theft up to 2,000 euros if you buy the item on that card. Pack a microfiber cloth on top. Theft-prone inspections shove it aside first, giving you a telltale shuffle line. Customs claims jump 48% in summer, while airport staffing drops 17%. Seasoned photographers label their memory cards cloud-backed to scare fence buyers. Ignore these fixes, and a single gate check could vaporize a year of footage and force a finance-draining gear spree. Thieves thrive on motion, fatigue, and sneaky payment prompts, but each fix, a 12-euro door alarm, mesh-lined pouch, Tipley withdrawal, neon strap, turns the bullseye into armor. Pocket tomorrow's gelato money, not claim forms. Next video steals $180 in bogus airline. Add-ons back into your wallet and exposes the opt-out button. Airlines bury 3 clicks deep, not financial, legal, or flight advice. Verify with official airline policy.